Singapore is being accused of expanding its coastline with illegally dredged sand from neighbouring states. In the last 50 years, the small island nation has increased its territory by more than 20%. But as RT's Maria Finoshina reports, it seems only Singapore is benefiting from shifting sands.
Singapore has one of the world's most prosperous and fastest-growing economies. The tiny island, one of the smallest 20 nations in the world, is growing fast too. A key global shipping hub, its vast port complexes have been expanding relentlessly in the sea by land reclamation.
We have been taking sand from our hills, and then when there are no more hills left, then we've been dredging sand from the seabed, and now most of it is being imported from neighboring countries.
Singapore is today the world's biggest importer of sand, literally the foundation of the tiny state's extraordinary economic growth.
Singapore has been importing sand for years, and its territory has increased by over 20% in the last half a century. But with other countries in the region, such as Malaysia, Indonesia, Vietnam and Cambodia, banning sand exports, reclaiming more land has become a difficult task for this tiny island city-state. Well, at least legally. There are some accusations sand smuggling is making up this shortfall.
Critics say it's a dirty business, with illegal imports of sand coming from poorer neighbouring countries. A report by an independent American watchdog, strongly rejected by the government of Singapore, says the trade causes huge environmental damage in Cambodia, feeding corruption while causing misery to ordinary people.
The sand trade in Cambodia has been extremely damaging and has the potential to have huge environmental consequences. It's also an incredibly corrupt trade. Two senior senators we know to be linked with a number of dodgy land deals, who've been involved in forced evictions. I've had a series of complex allegations made about them, are in control of this trade, and none of the money is actually reaching government accounts.
Singapore is world-renowned for economic success, but critics say the state needs to use its respected reputation to do more in relation to the murky world of sand importing.
Singapore portrays itself as a regional leader in sustainability and environmental protection, and they need to really put their money where their mouth is and make sure that their import of sand doesn't fuel environmental degradation and human rights violations, not only in Cambodia but in all of the countries in the region.
The government of Singapore, however, has firmly rebutted the Global Witness report, denying it condones sand smuggling or extraction which breaches source countries' laws on environmental protection. The state says that sand suppliers are private firms buying from other countries who are responsible for policing their own environmental laws. Maria Finoshina, RT, Singapore.